see if it even works. Is this thing on? I don't know. I mean, it says live.
It says we're live. Right there, live.
I guess. Now we do have people watching. Oh, hey, Sarah.
Sarah's there.
Okay.
And so is...
Well, that was a great way to start. Thanks so much for joining us. Hi. Oh, turn that off. No, turn that off. Because it's going to echo. Okay, we're live. We're watching. Well, that was a great way to start. Okay. We didn't actually think that we'd ever have viewers because the time difference is so crazy.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey. Okay. Ohio, because I am in Seattle. And anywhere else that's not here, probably. We're in Japan. And instead of trying to write to people and tell them what we're doing every day, we thought it would be faster and easier and maybe more entertaining. I don't know. For us to do live videos. Partly because we don't really envision having any spare time on this trip, because apparently in Japan you have to do everything really early in the morning or really late at night, and if you combine both of those, then
it equals no sleep and no time for writing
no
things.
time to write things down, like just none. So here we are. So I guess we'll just talk about things.
All right. How we got to Japan?
How we got to Japan.
Well, we flew.
We flew here, and it was like a 9-hour and 20-ish minute flight, maybe?
About a 4-movie flight.
Yeah.
4 movie and 2 naps for me.
I watched 3 movies. One was really short, though, because it was a documentary. 1 episode of Friends, and then part of another movie.
We had booked the center section of the plane. There are 3 seats. And we booked the 2 outer seats with hopes that nobody would sit in the middle. And even up until like 1 a.m. that day, like nobody had booked it. But we got there and there was a gentleman who sat between us. Who
probably for most of the flight wasn't certain that Jared and I knew each other, because we didn't really talk to each other. But
until like at the very end where we like changed meals.
Yeah, they were serving food and there were 3 entree options. Honestly, I didn't even know we were getting a meal. I just thought that they would figure like it's an overnight flight and not give us any food, but we actually got food, and
I think we got like 2 meals.
We got kind of like a hearty snack. We got it was like a wrap. Did they think that was breakfast?
I think so.
Okay, maybe that was breakfast. We got an entree that was like dinner, and that had 3 entree options, but we were like almost in the very back of the plane, so by the time they got to us, they didn't really have much left, and they only had 2 options on my side, and they only had 1 option for Jared, and so we ended up switching. And so we had to like pass our food past the guy in the middle, and then mid-flight we got ice cream. There was ice cream. It was really exciting.
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's Americone Dream, which is actually like my favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor, so that was really awesome. And
okay, see you later. Happy Tuesday, Martha.
That's right, coming to you live from the future, everyone. And then when we were getting close to landing, we got some kind of like wrap, which I thought I had read in the menu that it was like a broccoli cheese rice wrap.
It was like meat of some sort.
I didn't get far enough to learn that. It was not broccoli cheese and rice. Like I was like, I'm gonna try this wrap even though I'm not 100% certain what's in it, and it didn't go well. I didn't get very far. So that was the flight. And I like stockpiled snacks and bottles of water, because they hand out bottles of water. We got hot towels, like hot towelettes a couple times, and we got slippers and a blanket and eye masks and headphones, and
it went pretty well.
Yeah, it was good. And then we landed.
And then we had a whole bunch of things to do before we could go to the hotel.
It took us a long time to get to the hotel. Like we landed at 2:30ish, and we didn't finish checking in and get into our room until like after 7. Right?
Yeah. It took a long time.
Yeah, because we had to pick up our Wi-Fi. Very important.
Yep.
Pick up our Wi-Fi and get our train passes, get money. Because one of the things that we learned is that, like we learned before we got here, is that Japan's very cash based, and so needed to pick up a lot of cash.
No money.
Yeah, and let's see, rail pass.
and then called the hotel to figure out how to get there, or found online that there's a limousine bus option, and it turns out it's just a general limousine bus service. Yeah. So we went and bought a ticket at a counter and waited for a bus and got on the bus, and it took like an hour and a half probably to get to the hotel.
We didn't really time it. We studied katakana on the drive.
Yeah. And we learned katakana. Some.
I have some. And then Jared was reviewing. I never made it all the way through in our previous studies for katakana. Then we got to the hotel, checked in. Our room is like ship themed.
Yeah. Like nautical themed. Yeah. Like if we tip for a second, like we have like oars on the wall. And
I don't know.
And over there, over there are like life jackets. And I don't know, like a life preserver.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's actually like when we walked in, I definitely had like Semester at Sea vibes. It like reminded me a lot of my cabin from Semester at Sea. Although this is a little wider, I think, and the bathroom's on the wrong side. But it feels very cruise shipy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. It does. Like, I mean, you saw the life preserver.
So we're at a it's not a Disney hotel, but it's considered like one of the hotels at the Disney resort. So we have like a free shuttle to Disneyland from here.
Yeah.
So we're in Japan. We're spending the first 4 days at Disney, off the plane and straight to Disney.
And then there are many other days outside of Disney. But,
yes.
But yeah,
we're here for 16 days. Not Disney, but Japan. And
so excited to be back in a Disney park.
Yay!
It's been like way too long.
Too long.
Like,
I mean,
a year
Christmas for me, but
still too long.
Yeah. So we checked in, got into our room, went to find food, because at that point it was like, who knew when we ate our last meal? I mean, like real meal.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Like I said, like we barely slept Saturday night before we left for the trip.
Yeah.
And then like I had like 2 naps on the plane, and
I slept
for a bit.
A couple times, maybe
some
total
food in between. So who knew what day it was, or when we were supposed to sleep, or when we were supposed to eat again. But anyway, it was time for food.
Like
hunger was happening.
Like from a jet lag standpoint, we were probably doing pretty well, because we went to bed at a normal time. We were pretty tired. We went to bed last night, but so there is a shopping center that's part of the resort, and we have
called Ikspiari.
And we have a shuttle that goes there, and
it's kind of the Japan Tokyo equivalent of downtown Disney,
or Disney Springs,
for the American parks.
But it doesn't. I mean, parts of it were like Disney-esque, and it had like a Disney store, but then other parts were just
Outback Steakhouse,
Outback Steak, and Red Lobster and TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
We did not eat at any of those.
So it's basically like a giant mall with I think 140 shops, and it was actually really cool. It had pathways that went through on different floors, and like stairways down to this floor, and then the hallway that goes back to this way, and then into this courtyard. Yeah,
it had like multiple levels, but not like stacked right on top of each other, which I've had that experience in another mall, and it was really annoying, but somehow here it was kind of charming.
Yeah, it was fun. So we wandered around, mostly looking for food, because we were tired and we were hungry. And finally did end up at a ramen place, Ippudo ramen.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
So good. If you're in San Francisco or New York, check it out.
Yep.
Because they're there.
They have locations there too. Yeah. It's like,
oh my gosh, we'll have to find it the next time we're in New York.
Absolutely. Because like going into it, it's like, well, if we really like this, it looks like there's a New York location.
Yeah.
We
really liked it.
Yeah.
It was really good and so well priced.
Like every few bites, I just kind of like stopped. I'm like, this is so good.
It was so good, and like only like under $8 a bowl.
Yeah.
For just like their standard. We didn't get any like fancy add-ons.
And when we went, like there was almost no line on our way out. Like even a few minutes later, it was like way down and
much longer line.
Yeah.
We like stood in line, and then they took our order while we were in line, and then as we got to the door, they seated us and then brought us our food. It was delicious.
It was really good.
Oh, and they had like just pots of tea, like pots of iced tea on the counters, and I was in heaven. I loved it so much. I drank like they just had like it was almost one per person, like a whole like pot.
There was like one on my side and one on her side.
And then I think
I don't drink tea.
I know. I was like, if I run out, I can just start drinking his. I just it was delightful. I had like half of it. It was really good. Mm-hmm. Okay, then we came back.
Yes.
And then like tried to get things in order.
Oh my gosh.
It was
basically like try to get anything done before like collapsing.
It was like trying to rally the energy to get ready to fall asleep because we knew because we had to get an early start, and so
because it's Japan.
Because it's Japan, and pretty much everything we saw was like you need to get to the park like at least half an hour, but really it's better if you get there like an hour before it opens. So our first day was at Disneyland, and they opened at 8, and so we thought we would
leave here at 7.
We didn't want to be crazy, so we were like, we'll leave our hotel at 7. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I think I said that we made it out at 7:13. Yeah. Or maybe at 7:13 we were still in the...
Oh no, because we
left at 7:28.
Yeah, we left at 7:28, and so we ended up on luckily there was a 7:30 shuttle, and we like just made it on there.
Like, what are the odds that we can make the 7:30 bus? And we did.
Yeah, because there was a 7 and a 7:20, and then a 7:30. So originally we were going to leave at 7 and just walk, because it's apparently 15 minutes away on foot.
I for one am happy that the day didn't start with a 15-minute walk.
Same, and I'm going to be honest, I am not even really sure what direction we would have to walk to get there.
That way.
Like, it'd probably be a lot long.
Maybe that way.
That way?
Okay.
Maybe?
The shuttle's better.
Yeah, the shuttle's way better. So we got off the shuttle, went to we started walking toward the entrance, and it was just a mess.
There's so many people.
Sea of people, and
I heard that Tokyo Disneyland has so many people in the parks.
So we were expecting a lot of people. Yeah. But there was like a ramp going to a walkway, just off into who knows where.
Like, and here's Disneyland, and here's this giant ramp. Off into this.
And there's a huge line going up this ramp, and it looked like that was the line you had to get into to get through bag check. And so then
because I'm pretty sure it was.
And there was really no clear way to get on the ramp. So
but
luckily,
then there was like a man that starts shouting at the crowd in Japanese.
Yes.
And we finally determined that like he was opening like another line in front of us.
Right in front of us. So instead of walking toward the ramp, we just quickly went the other way.
Yeah. So we stepped in that line.
We ended up like.
And then he like opened up another that was one line, and then he opened up another one, and we stepped in that one, and then we're like through bag check.
And so then they were like waving people down off the ramp to get into our line. So we were through the gate pretty quick for bag check, which was awesome. And then at
the back of another giant crowd.
Yeah, not even a line, just a crowd. And it was separated into a couple different areas, and we just had no way of even knowing if we were in the right spot. And that sounds weird, but we knew that there's, if you're staying at the resort, you get into the park 15 minutes early, which that can't even be a thing. Because it's like...
Well, I think that's the bag check line that we ended up in. That was the 15-minute early line that they converted for everybody. But I have no...
Okay.
I have no... evidence for that.
I guess what I'm saying is that there's no way that a group of people gets in there and actually like gets in there 15 minutes early, because there's just that 15 minutes isn't. I mean, I guess it's a perk, but it's not much. It's not going to get you too much time, just because it takes so long to just move that many people. So we were standing at the back of a giant crowd, just hoping we were kind of in the right place, because it was also kind of on an incline, so you couldn't really see ahead of you, which was a...
You could turn around and see the sea of people behind you.
Yeah.
And know that there was a sea of people in front of you.
Hold your camera up and get a picture of the people in front of you, but you couldn't actually see it. So we were just kind of like guessing at how to get in, and luckily we got in. Mm-hmm. And we... a lot of our Disney strategy is based on a blog by a couple from California, the Brickers. Hey Tom, hey Sarah.
Hey guys.
Thank you so much. Really,
thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for becoming our friends and watching this video. No. There's this couple in California. They go to Tokyo Disney all the time. They're annual pass holders, if you can believe that. That's amazing. And they have this really informative blog that is like, walk through the gate and do this immediately. So we did, which was race our way over to the Monsters Inc. ride for a FastPass.
Yes.
I
mean, it was still all like very much a madhouse.
It really was.
Like everybody like funneling through this way, through this section, and they suggested like taking like a right shortcut.
We
to
turned
get
too
into
soon.
Tomorrowland. Yeah, we turned too soon, and then we like found the right shortcut. Then it's like, here's a crowd, and here's a crowd, and maybe one of them's the FastPass.
And a cast member's talking to one group, and we don't understand what she's saying.
Turns out we don't speak Japanese fluently.
Not fluently.
Despite like a 10-week Japanese class.
Yeah.
I think we went for maybe 7
6 or
like,
7 classes.
weeks.
No, but actually we do recognize some of the words.
It's true.
Which is
It
fun.
has been very helpful.
Yes, helpful and fun, because it's like, yeah. Maybe we'll get into that later.
Overhear people in line and be like, they totally just said that that's over there.
Yeah.
Something's over there.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So we got fast passes for
We did.
Monsters Inc. The ride and go seek.
Ride and go seek.
Yes.
And then, following the advice of the Brickers, we then scooted over to Pooh's Honey Hunt, which is a Winnie the Pooh ride, exclusive. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's in any of the other international parks. Yeah, I think it's exclusive here. It's
not in any of them I've been to.
Yeah, it's often referred to as like the ride, like the most like interesting.
I liked it the
unique.
most.
Yeah, it was really, and it lives up to the hype. So it's a trackless ride, and there's only a handful of trackless rides at the Disney parks. So that's, you're in your car, but it's not attached to a track.
Right, like all of them are attached to something, and they just like go along the track. But we're
Normally.
in this like
honeypot.
We're in this honeypot that just drives itself.
And
it's like in a group of 4, and they drive along.
And
then sometimes they like split up and go different directions, and then they come back into a line in a different order.
So we'd like go into rooms, and then like your cars would just kind of like spin off in other directions and like go see different scenes and vignettes in the room, and you don't see all of them. Like
and they're just driving themselves.
Yeah,
it's like magic or technology,
like Disney magic or science. It was really cool. So yeah, I definitely want to do that one again, because we'll be in that park again.
Yeah, at least once.
So that was a winner. That was really good. Let's see. Then what happened?
That put us out into a gift shop that had more Pooh merchandise than I've ever seen before.
Yeah, they're big on Winnie the Pooh here.
Yeah, all over the place. So much, so many different types of things, including this very, very soft pillow.
It was amazing.
That I would have bought and brought home, but I forgot, and then the park was closing.
Yeah.
So now I'm sad and I have to sleep Pooh-less tonight.
The soft pillow also comes in the little green men alien guy from Toy Story, and I'm pretty tempted because it's so soft.
It's unbelievably soft. Like, I've never felt a softer pillow.
So there you go.
But since we had just like run into the parks, we hadn't gotten a map.
No map.
We didn't exactly know like where we were going, so we went back.
Like, we're so determined on our plan, but then it's like we need a map. We had apps.
We did what we needed to do immediately.
And yes,
yeah,
and
that was the plan.
And
the plan was no map.
Right, and we did have apps on our phone, but it's just not the same. It's not the same as that paper map. So we had to circle back and get the maps.
So we walked through the castle, which is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Cinderella.
One of the things I really liked is like through that tunnel they had mosaics on the wall of like the Cinderella story, which they had similar mosaics in Shanghai Disneyland.
And Paris, I think.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like
yeah, maybe.
Yeah. What castle is in Shanghai?
Okay. Cinderella, maybe.
Okay. Sleeping Beauty in Paris, and it did have beautiful.
The one in the mosaics in the castle were like it was Tangled and Brave, and so it wasn't like the princess's castle.
Okay.
This is Cinderella's castle, so they were.
And we haven't done the
all
walkthrough
Cinderella
yet.
mosaics, right?
There's definitely some kind of walkthrough.
We have walked through it, but we have not done the walkthrough.
Yes, we've
we
walked
right through,
straight
and
through,
right back.
But there's definitely like a set of stairs that we saw people coming down in the back, so we'll have to check that out. We also realized that we hadn't eaten at this point, like nothing.
Nothing since ramen.
Yeah. And like I woke up at like 5:50, and I'm not even gonna chalk that up to jet lag because that's just I don't know. It would have been like 2:00 at home, 2:00 in the afternoon.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway,
it's sometime in the future.
We needed food. Yes. And we decided
we like looked up our options and decided to go with a waffle, a Mickey shaped waffle.
Doesn't that
pictures looked great?
Sounds delightful.
We went, like, you can kind of see people like coming out and sitting in like the outdoor patio area with their waffles.
They looked great.
It was great.
But
and like 45 plus minutes later, we get our waffles.
Yes. That was the longest. Was that the longest time we waited in all day?
Yeah.
Was for that waffle. We almost missed our FastPass time for Monsters
Inc.
Because
we like get through the waffle line and we sit down. We're like,
we literally
5 minutes.
We said we have 5 minutes to eat these waffles.
5 minutes. And we did.
We did.
We ate our waffles in 5 minutes, and they were very good.
They were so good.
They were very good.
We got strawberry and custard.
Yeah, like they like drizzled it over the top.
And there's like a little bit of whipped cream and a little bit of like chopped frozen strawberry.
Yeah. So they were very good, but we did eat them in 5 minutes and then like rushed across the park.
Yes.
To get to Monsters Inc.
We like just made
in time. Yeah. To get onto the ride. Which is also supposed to be one of the big rides here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if the Rickers said go get a FastPass first thing, so
yeah, it's similar to like the Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters ride, in that you like go through the ride and you have to
in that it's interactive.
You have to point a thing at the things as they go through. In Buzz Lightyear, you have like an Astro Blaster and you like shoot aliens. In this case, you have a flashlight and you look for monsters. So they're like little Monsters Inc. hats.
You're looking for Boo.
Oh, no, okay, fine.
But you find a lot of monsters.
I see, because Boo's wearing a hat. Yeah. And anyway, you find a lot of monsters. When you shine the flashlight on them, the monster pops up.
Reacts.
So it's like, it's similar to Astro Blasters, except it doesn't keep score, so really, what's the point?
And I'm horrible at Astro Blasters, like really horrible. So bad. And this, it was kind of cool because like you could see where your flashlight was pointing, but I still felt like it didn't react 100% of the time for me. Anyway.
Well, I mean, like other people are like pointing on the same thing.
Shouldn't judge by my skills, but the thing I didn't like about it was that because you're like trying to find the points where you can shine your flashlight, it's like you didn't really have time to like take in the whole ride. So you kind of had to choose, like, am I trying to point my flashlight at things or am I like looking at the stuff going on around me?
I was avidly pointing my flashlight at things just in case they had a way to keep track of what I was pointing my flashlight at and would give me a score at the end.
I'm sure you won. Like, I have no doubt. So that was that ride. I don't need to ride that one again.
How do we know how long this is taking?
I don't know. This is like forever. Sorry, guys.
Exactly. By this point, I definitely would have stopped watching this video.
Well. What do you
anyway.
Do? Hi, Mom. And maybe I don't want to make assumptions about anyone else.
Nope.
Hi, Mom.
Yep. All right, so we got off the ride, and clearly, we'd had waffles. It was time for ice cream.
Oh yeah, definitely time for ice cream.
So we looked on the map, and we like walked back and forth multiple times, and
Monsters Inc. is in Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And there was ice cream in Tomorrowland. We just had to find it.
Yeah, exactly. So we finally we're like, it's in this building. It's between these two things, and we go in the building. It's still the wrong building.
Well, we go in the building, and there's massive
like
lines.
A giant crowd of people in front between us and the food.
And it was just.
And then we don't see any
depressing.
ice cream on the menu.
Couldn't see the ice cream.
There are these like little green men, like
yes.
the little green men Toy Story characters, they're like little mochi heads filled with custard.
Yeah, they say like they just call them like little dumplings. Yeah. And if you've looked up any like Tokyo Disney food, you always see pictures of them. They look delightful. and we knew those were there.
Mm-hmm.
But
and
we
it's
still
like,
wanted
so
that.
we like wait another 45 minutes in line
for
the
like,
Little Green Men.
Yes, and still no ice cream,
right?
Possibly.
But took another look at the map, and there's a little 2F next to the restaurant that we needed, and took a leap and thought that might mean the second floor. So saw some stairs, went and checked it out, found the ice cream place upstairs by itself,
just like a little counter
with a line of like 5 people.
It was amazing.
They also sold the Little Green Men.
Yeah,
so
bonus.
We got ice cream. We got Little Green Men.
It was so amazing.
Like, no line. They had benches to sit on.
There were benches.
It was like, I want more hidden restaurants in Disney.
Yeah, it was like calmness, and we could like look down on the madness below.
Yeah. So we both got a swirl of peach and milk.
Vanilla.
Yeah, they're calling it vanilla, but it's like a.
They're calling it milk.
Yeah, sorry, they're calling it milk, and it's kind of like a. Like, because later we had more ice cream. Spoiler alert, sorry. And I got just the milk flavor, and it really is. It's not like so much vanilla. It's like vanilla ice cream without the vanilla flavor.
Which I think it's great.
Yeah.
And the dumplings are really yummy too.
Yeah.
It was a good snack.
Yeah, a little chewy. Something like reminiscent almost of like a bread dough aftertaste. But yeah, they were good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, secret restaurants.
I feel like, should we keep going chronological?
As opposed to just skipping through the day.
Like talking about food and talking about rides? I don't know. We'd ask you what you want, but it's still like super early, and so no one's there to give their opinion.
And only Mom is watching.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. We can keep going chronological.
Yeah.
Is that easiest?
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe we'll mix it up on other days.
Sure.
We don't know.
Sure. Today you get the day chronologically
Who knows?
in painful amounts of detail.
Yeah.
Okay, so from there, like, so many points during the day, it was actually fairly laid back in that, like, all right, well, what do we want to do next? And, well, here are the rides that we still want to hit, and, and then we would look at the wait times. There was an app that we would check in with to see what the wait times were like, and so we'd kind of, like, plan out our next stop or two, and do it, and then stop again. So, anyway, many decisions made throughout the day, skipping the decision-making processes every time. I decided, like, the Tokyo Disneyland and the Disney parks have popcorn that they're apparently, like, well known for now.
Like unique popcorn?
Yeah. So I decided that maybe I want to try all those, or at least many of them. So we were right next to one, a corn potage flavor, which looked up and apparently is a soup. And so tried it. It tasted like corn soup.
It really did.
It did. Like,
it wasn't bad.
Never had corn potage, but I believe it tasted like that popcorn.
I've had some corn chowders. I feel like it was pretty similar.
Yeah. Anyway, from there we decided to go over to Adventureland as an area, like, would be interesting, and then
that was kind of my call, and we were like walking over, and Jared's like, "What are we doing?"
We got to Adventureland. I get us there. Like, well, now we're in Adventureland. What are we doing here?
Right.
Why are we here?
I picked it kind of because it's like in the front corner, and it was a good, like, well, we might as well start there and like work our way around at that point.
So we decided to go to see the Tiki room, which is Stitch themed.
Yes.
Like, Stitch appears. You like walk in and they're playing like Stitch music. And,
yes,
like,
but
Lilo
before
and
you
Stitch.
walk in,
oh yeah,
oh my gosh. So they have this waiting area that's covered, and like Tiki rooms, like obviously like Polynesian, and so they've got the lovely like plants and water features and all that stuff. But then they had these, Tikis. I guess, places to sit, benches that were like they made to look like
volcanic rock.
Yeah, like lava rock, like black rock, and
they were heated.
They were heated.
Got that tip from a small child that was crawling from bench to bench going, "This one's heated. This one's heated too. This one's heated."
It was
like,
amazing.
Hey Katrina, guess what?
Yay! It was really cool. I mean, that was a neat feature. Yeah, it was fun to hang out there.
And then you're old when you're trying to figure out how to put your lower back.
How can we maximize this heat? We did see like one kid just like completely sprawled out.
Same
like,
kid, actually.
lying on the heat rock. Yeah. It was amazing.
Yeah.
We sat down on rock later in Critter Country.
Yeah.
It was not heated.
It was not heated. It was just rock.
It was just normal cold rock. It was sad.
Come on, Disney.
No, but the Tiki room, yes, it was playing Lilo and Stitch music. It's different. I mean, it is different. I'm a a frequent Tiki Room attendee in California, and these birds had different names. I think that's a big one right off the start. A cast member like introduced each of the main birds, and then they like each bird started their bit. This was all in Japanese.
It was all in Japanese.
You're like, why can't you get it together and give us more
Heard them
details?
say Stitch a couple times.
They said Stitch. They said Big Kahuna.
Stitchy? I think they call him Stitchy.
I don't remember exactly. A lot of the like elements of the Tiki Room were there, like the long baskets and like the poles, like. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher this, but
Talking Birds of Paradise.
Yeah, like the chandelier with the birds. Those, I think they had different names. Where we were sitting, the lighting was kind of messed up, so I couldn't see. Not a ton of overlap in the music with California. There was a little bit, but they had other stuff. I don't know.
I think it was shorter overall. Like
I feel
like the Tiki Room, the California version, like it goes on for a while. Like.
It's so great.
Until the entire room is singing, but you have to go through like one song to add each of the like flowers and tikis and birds and stuff. But anyway, like this was kind of to the point, and they moved you through. And,
and instead of having like the water fountain, which I've always thought is really cool in California, instead they still had like the fountain fixture. Yeah, there we go. In the middle, but spoiler, Stitch was in it.
Yeah, Stitch popped out
and
of it.
Stitch pops out.
And plays a little guitar.
Yeah. Ukulele, probably.
Yeah, that. Not a little guitar, just a normal size ukulele.
So that was fun.
It's really late.
It is late. Oh, it's normal late. Anyway, moving along. We leave the Tiki Room.
Yeah. Moving on faster.
We'll try to pick up the pace.
We decided we wanted to just walk through some of the shops in Adventureland, so we did.
We did.
And I ran across some more popcorn. This time it was barbecue flavored popcorn. Waited in line for that because there are so many. Like ran across popcorn many times, but had to judge like how long I wanted to wait in line for that.
Some of these snack lines, y'all, they're real long.
They're real long. Anyway, that one seemed acceptable, and waited in it, and then went and ate that popcorn in line for Pirates of the Caribbean. It was basically the same.
I mean,
except parts were in Japanese, and we definitely were able to be like, hey, that guy is definitely not. And,
it was like there's a Blue Bayou restaurant, like so that's the same, and then like kind of your hallway to get into the first scenes is longer here, to like get you started. But
it's kind of hard to keep it straight because this is your 4th Pirates, right? And my 5th Pirates, because Disneyland, World, Paris, Tokyo, and then I've also seen it in Shanghai, which was actually a different version ride. So it's kind of hard to keep them all straight exactly.
Right. And I see California most often, so basically the same rooms. Some were a little like shorter or just
bigger,
or it had like an element that was different. They have not switched out the wench auction here.
Yeah.
So that's still here.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was mostly the same. And just one hill. Drop.
Yeah.
Mini drop. And like no splashing.
No.
Like no, and we were in the front.
Yeah. we were in the front. There was no splashing. I was a little worried.
Zero splash. But yeah, it was.
We had a bunch to ourselves. It was us and then our bags.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid Pirates experience.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. So then from there, it was time for us to get it. We were eligible for another FastPass, so we went to Haunted Mansion to pick up a FastPass, but they were out.
FastPasses run out early here.
Yeah, this was about 1, right?
And the Brickers had told us. Did I say their name was the Brickers before? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Tom and something.
Tom and Sarah.
Yeah.
They had told us that the Haunted Mansion FastPasses were like the last ones to run out, but they were already gone.
Yeah.
And it would have been a little after 1, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
So then we were like, now what?
Yeah. So a parade was happening soon.
Yes.
So we went back. We went through the castle again from behind the castle through the front of the castle.
With the intent of like, let's go. I mean, because the streets were already packed, right? With people, because people start saving their parade spots. At least now,
really early.
Yeah. Officially, you're not supposed to until like an hour before. But
yeah,
I think
but definitely several hours. There were people lined up.
So we were kind of like, well, we'll cut through and see if we can find a spot to see something.
Yeah.
But we ended up just walking through the castle, and then like, as soon like where you walk through the castle is sort of raised, and then there's
you walk out and there's stairs.
Yeah, there's like it kind of curves around. So we were already kind of raised, and we could see the parade like in the distance starting, and there were people just kind of lined up there, watching, and so we just stayed up there
and had a pretty good view. Like, they were like crossing over here on a bridge and then like went around this whole circle situation. And this parade was interesting because at one point it stopped, like once they're all the way around the circle, and then they had like choreography that they did all over the place together, and then it kept going. And I liked the spot because we were able to get like a sense of like
we see a couple different floats really well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there was stuff over here. I mean, it's big. Like, it's a big circle, and there are lots of trees and stuff, so we couldn't see the whole thing. But we could see, like, pieces of it, and got a better sense of than just sitting and seeing, like, one spot through between people's heads.
Yeah.
One spot on the...
So it wasn't our intention to, like, go there to that spot and watch the parade, but we ended up in, like, a pretty neat spot.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Then we turned around and went back through the castle. The first time that we went from the front of the castle to the back of the castle, and
Snow White, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Snow White Fantasyland ride, pretty standard, except Snow White doesn't die or doesn't sleep. Die.
And the witch isn't killed at the end.
Yeah.
Like when you end, and the witch is like dropping a rock on your head, and then you're out of the ride.
Yeah.
And no resolution.
Oh, of note, it was really fast. The car.
Yeah.
Like we were zipping through Snow White.
Yeah, it was real fast.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these rides, like they seem to like.
Pooh's Honey Hunt a couple times felt like it was going fast, but I wasn't sure if we were actually moving fast or if they were just like blowing wind at us.
I think it was both.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
But yeah, Snow White was definitely like we were zipping through that story. Then what?
Then we decided to we checked the wait times, and everything had really long wait times. So we decided to go walk through Toontown because we were interested in seeing that area of the park, but not necessarily
doing anything in it. Like none of the attractions, none of the rides. But so, Toontown, I don't know. Like I rarely get to Toontown.
Well, like in Disneyland, it's like all the way.
It's all the way in the back, and then it closes early.
Yeah.
So we just never make it back there.
Yeah.
So thought that'd be cool.
Yeah, so we made it to Toontown. There was another popcorn there. Stood in line, got soy and butter.
Yes.
Soy and butter popcorn.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
Not much there.
Yeah.
I had like one piece of that one.
Yeah.
The popcorn is really Jared's mission, and then I
That's true. And
I
then,
try like a couple pieces.
So in Toontown, the thing that stood out most to me is that even like in Disneyland, there's like these funny like photo op spots where you can like look like you're about to like push down the plunger on like a big thing of dynamite or something, and they're all over the place. And in Disneyland, you can just like wait while like the person in front of you, like there's a person standing there, they take a picture, you move out of the way, you take a picture. Here for like all of the photo ops, there are lines.
Giant queues.
Like a line of like 20, 30, 40 people like waiting in line to take a picture with this lamppost. Like literally, like while we're waiting in line for popcorn, we're next to this lamppost that has a line of 25 people.
Yeah.
And it's just bizarre. People like having a good time, taking photos, coming to Disneyland, standing in line to Toontown. Take photos.
Of note for me in Toontown, and now I don't make it to Toontown often in California, so you'll have to tell me, frequent Disneyland attendees or goers, if this is the case, but on the women's restroom, or at least one of them, in Toontown, the sign for the bathroom has Jessica Rabbit on it, and she's like dressed like a mechanic.
She's like, yeah. A mechanic in like 4-inch heels.
Yeah. So I was really excited because I'm a Jessica Rabbit and
She's
Roger
like
Rabbit
sexy
fan.
looking over her shoulder.
Yeah. So I was pretty excited to see that. I don't think that's at Disneyland. Like if I had to guess, I would guess it's probably not, but maybe it is.
Sexy Jessica Rabbit bathrooms.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Toontown done.
Yep, Toontown.
Out.
So we went to back across the park to go to the Twain Riverboat. Right?
Oh yeah.
Which had more popcorn.
Yes.
This was a milk chocolate popcorn. I could have used it being like about 3 times more chocolatey.
It was my favorite of the ones we tried today.
It was good.
I kind of liked all the popcorn. Like none of the flavors were super strong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that they were all very subtle, and even though I wanted the chocolate to be more chocolatey, I think that it had a way of kind of building on itself. So like you eat, and the chocolate doesn't end up being overwhelming.
Yeah, because it's not like...
It's more subtle.
It's not like the chocolate popcorn that has like chocolate drizzled on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really enjoy those holiday mixes that have like straight up like chocolate poured on them. This was like...
It's like similar to caramel corn, but with chocolate, and only like... maybe 1/3 of the...
But lighter, lighter
maybe
than that.
1/3 of the,
Mm-hmm. It was good. But yeah, Mark Twain, like, I don't think in, like, our trips to Disneyland that we've done the riverboat together, have we?
I don't know. I've only done it a couple times, and I don't think it ever gets prioritized on our trips.
But it was, like, almost sunset, so we thought that'd be a good time to hop on.
Yeah. We were right at the front of the line. We strategically rushed onto the ship and the boat and up multiple decks up to the 3rd deck and got a pretty decent spot on the rail right at the front to the side, and it was a very nice peaceful ride around the waters there.
It was lovely.
As we came around, like there was sunset behind the castle and it was beautiful. Yeah,
it was really nice. Big Thunder was shut down for most of the day, and the ship does go by Big Thunder, but it wasn't running, so it was like nice and quiet.
Yeah, exactly. No people screaming in the distance. From there, we went to one of Katrina's favorite attractions.
It's not one of my favorite attractions. It's a nostalgic attraction for me. There is a Country Bear Jamboree here, which...
You're kind of like slipping out of frame.
Am I falling over?
Yeah.
And out of the light.
Yeah.
Country Bear Jamboree. And I like to go to it if I'm at a park that has it, just because we don't have it in California anymore. That made it sound like I live in California, but I don't. We don't have it at Disneyland. So I have a lot of memories of like going to Country Bear Jamboree when I was little. And so I like to check it out and wanted to see what the Japan version was like. And it was mostly in Japanese, except for like randomly sometimes when it wasn't.
Yeah. It's like I feel like any of the things that could be considered talking were in Japanese, but like the things that were solidly songs were in English. Like they used like the same tracks from the other part of it.
Were there no songs done in Japanese?
I don't think so. I think whenever they started singing, it was like the super... This is like the most bizarre attraction that you've ever seen. Like saw it for the first time when we
were in Florida.
Yeah, when we were in Florida. And it was bizarre. There's this bear that's talking about blood on the ground.
Blood
He sings
on
a
the
whole
ground?
song about blood on the ground.
It's really weird.
There's like these 3 bears that come on and sing a song that's like all the men who turn me on, turn me down. Like it's so crazy. It was just as bizarre this time, but I was a little more used to it.
Yeah,
so
and those were the parts that were in English here.
Yeah, exactly. I still understand them.
I was like, they probably looked at the lyrics and went, "No, we're not translating that.
Yep.
You can keep that in English." So yeah.
Yeah. After that, things kind of got interesting. We decided to look for a bathroom, but based on where Country Bears let us out, we got turned around.
Turned around like multiple times.
Yeah. But finally, like, found the bathroom. As we're getting to the bathroom, there were people, like, running everywhere.
The bathroom was near ice cream.
Yes.
So we were like, okay, ice cream.
Bathroom, then ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, so...
Clearly there's another parade gearing up.
So when I come out of the bathroom, and Jared's waiting there, like, all the lights are out. And Jared was like, it's like the apocalypse. Like, the lights have gone out.
The apocalypse has started.
And people are just running everywhere.
Yep. I'm like sitting like right outside the bathroom and my feet are tired, so I'm like
crouched
down in like a corner, and there's just people just like running past, like trying to get to like the parade. And yeah.
We've totally skipped something.
What do we miss?
Lunch. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, lunch happened when it was light out.
Yeah.
Okay, quick story. Lunch.
Oh yeah. So we go back to when we went to the Haunted Mansion FastPass. But they were all out.
Oh yeah, we jumped to parade.
That's
okay.
how we suddenly got to the 3 o'clock parade.
So yeah. So just really quick, lunch. Oh, there I'm out of light again. Lunch was. I just got so excited. I was leaning forward. We had lunch at the Queen of Hearts. I know.
We're also pushing
I
the
know.
mattress off the bed.
Okay.
Let's
hold.
We're still here. We're like sitting on this like couch mattress thing, and it was slowly slipping off.
Here we go.
All right.
And we're back. So this is called the Queen of Hearts Buffet. It's Queen of Hearts Buffet, right? Queen of Hearts Banquet Hall. It's Alice themed, and I love me some Alice, so I was really excited. And the Brickers said it's one of the most popular restaurants in the park. They recommended going at an off time, and so we did. It was 2:10. It was 2:10 when we started getting our food. So you get in line, and they have like all these different entree options and sides, and you kind of like walk along and you tell them what you want, and then they like hand it to you, and then you go pay.
They have it classified as a buffeteria.
But the coolest thing, and I knew this in advance, but they have some desserts that come with a plate or a cup that you get to take away. And so I got the dessert that came with a plate, so I have this adorable little plate, and I'm really excited about it. And luckily the dessert that was on it was really good. It was like a strawberry.
It was raspberry.
Raspberry.
With the strawberry on top.
Thank you. Yeah. Some kind of berry cake. It was good. Mm-hmm. It was really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and just the inside of this place is amazing.
Yeah, the theming was really impressive.
So beautiful. It's interesting because from what I understand, Alice is also really popular here. And they have the teacup ride, but they don't have the other Alice ride. But then they have this like giant. It is a fixture of Fantasyland. It's like Small World, Alice.
Yeah.
Like that's
because they have like the restaurant, but then like there was like the hedge mazes from like are all kind of built up. Not that you can like
so it's
go
part
into,
of the skyline
exactly.
of Fantasyland.
Like when you come through the castle from the front to the back, as you come like through the archway, you just see this like really cool like there's like carousel and like hedge mazes and
it's really and the inside is just stunning. It's just it's really pretty. So that was a highlight. Okay, jumping back to the apocalypse.
Apocalypse happened. So what do? We got ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Prioritize. Straight to the ice cream. Ice cream was great.
That time I got just the milk stuff.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a chocolate and milk swirl.
Yeah. Then that, like we said, there's a parade. Like the reason the apocalypse has happened and then the lights have gone off is because it's the Tokyo Electric Parade. And that went by, and there's lots of lights and floats.
And we hadn't planned on watching the parade, but where we were sort of like roped in and where we got the ice cream was like in a lovely spot to view it. There was like a break in the tree and umbrella line, and we had an awesome view. So we hung out there and watched most of the parade from there.
Yeah, but we knew that what we wanted to do was go to the Haunted Mansion,
and we were hoping that the parade would help with that, like draw some of the line away.
But it turns out that Haunted Mansion is right next to where the parade like starts,
and it was on the opposite side of the street.
Yeah. But we knew that we wanted to get closer, so we decided to like walk along the parade and get up there, and we did. We got to like the origin of the parade. Right as it got over, they let us like cross the street. But
where we were standing was an awesome view.
Yeah.
Of all the floats coming out and starting the parade. Yeah. So really left out parade-wise today.
And then went walked right across the street into the Haunted Mansion entrance. And
I'm going to preface this by saying the Haunted Mansion is a fast pass attraction here, which you know because we failed to get our fast pass. The line, we were watching the time all day, never dropped below 50 minutes. Yeah. And was often higher, like typically in the 70 80 around there, like all day.
Yeah. But we essentially like we barely waited at all. Like we walked up, waited for like the line to snake around for a second, and
basically a walk on.
yeah,
Like
it was pretty close.
we were in and out in under 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
We really lucked out there.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, and Haunted Mansion, kind of creepy.
Yeah.
They don't play. The majority of the ride has no music here, which doesn't it normally?
I think so. I don't know. It has, but yeah,
something's
like
different.
Going through the ride, it was like, actually, this is a little creepy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard too
in
because
a good way.
The last few times I've been to Disneyland, it's been in like Halloween or Christmas themed, so it's Nightmare Before Christmas, not the traditional. But I do think it was different.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it.
Oh yeah, yeah, and there were some different fixtures as well.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that was Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it was good. We didn't break the
Then
elevator.
Oh yeah. Tried to ride Peter Pan.
Didn't work, so we went to Small World instead. Peter Pan was closed for some reason.
Yeah.
So we went to
They
Small
still had
World.
a line, and it didn't look like it was shut down, but it was temporarily closed. So
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Small World, which I really enjoy going to every time.
I never don't go to it.
Yeah.
I always go to Small World.
Yeah. This was very, very colorful. Like
Isn't
the whole
Small
inside.
World also a FastPass here?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it is. And also had a really long line for most of the day. But at this point, the apps said that the line was really short. We got into the line. It wasn't as short as the app said, but it was moving right along.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like we waited.
No, it was fine.
I don't feel like we waited very long. So here, it still has like a really like beautiful like outside that's kind of reminiscent of Disneyland. But
it is a fast pass.
It does have a fast pass. But you board the ride inside, similar to like Florida, you board in like indoors.
Yeah.
And however, the inside, like where you would like the rest of the queue and where you board here was so beautiful.
It was
and like super bright. All the colors were super saturated. I feel like very recently, I don't know how recently, this park redid their Small World, and it looks shiny and new.
Yeah,
it
was great. The ride itself, I thought was much more Disney character heavy than the other. It's like as soon as you went in, prominent. It was like character.
Yeah, and those first characters were like Anna and Elsa and Olaf, right?
Yeah.
Kicking off Small World.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, exactly. So it's fun to see the Disney things in it, but it was a little heavier in this version of the ride.
Like a full-on Moana section.
Yeah, Moana and her pig and
Hey Hey.
And Hey Hey.
That's right. Yeah, is that the right name? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Small World.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
Made it through, took pictures. I think Katrina got pictures of most of the dolls.
Most of them. Okay. It's
all right.
almost the end of the day.
Exactly. We're getting down there. Like our hour-long video is coming to a close. Let's see. Then we tried to find more food for dinner.
because we realized we hadn't. I mean, we ate lunch at like 2, or we ate like our actual like meal at 2.
Then I had about like 6 cartons of popcorn.
Right, but I hadn't. And so I was like, if we're thinking about real food, because honestly, our hotel has a restaurant, but like we're not really close to any other food here.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's vending machines with drinks, but not snacks.
Yeah.
So it was like we needed, well, I guess we didn't need it, but it would have been nice to have like some more food. So we tried to go to a restaurant in Critter Country, and it was closed. A lot of restaurants started closing down.
Yeah. This was about 8:30 because they were all closing at 8:30.
Yes. The park closed at 10.
So we went to World Bazaar, which is in the same place in the park as like Main Street USA is in Disneyland.
Main Street.
But this is it's significantly wider. It's like the street's covered like it's Vegas.
It's like arcade style, like European arcade, or in the spirit of.
Yeah. So we went to a couple of food places, restaurants. I was gonna say hotels. Restaurants there. And
some were
they
closing.
were like closed.
Yeah, they were like in the process of closing.
Yeah, exactly. So we ended up like wandering into Tomorrowland.
Because we still had a FastPass left.
Yeah.
For Space Mountain.
Yeah. Wandering into Tomorrowland and finding a restaurant there and getting something to eat, which was great.
It was meh.
Yeah.
But it was food.
Yeah. It was great that we got something to eat. What
Yes.
we got to eat was not great.
Yeah. It was fine, though.
Yeah.
And then we rode Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was good.
It was good. It was way faster,
It was,
I think, than Disneyland.
Here's the thing, though. It started slow.
It did,
It started really slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kept going faster and faster. And it was going so fast.
Yeah. Yep. It was it was fast. Like that's the main takeaway.
Yes.
It was much faster than the Disneyland version.
Yes. And I swear to you, at the end, they took a photo that was nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Yeah. Like where you normally have your photo taken, like it flashes. And then when like we get out of the ride, it just puts us out.
You're outside.
Yeah.
You're just outside.
I don't know where those photos are. What do they use them for?
You didn't. Oh, so Monsters Inc. also took a photo. At the end, it's like the whole ride's over, and then your car kind of stops, and there's like a flash, and we were like, "Did that just take our picture?" And then they show you the picture when you leave, but you can't do anything with it.
No,
like,
it's just like just for funsies. Here's
your
photo that we
There's
took.
your photo. There it goes.
You can't like buy it or
you can't
anything.
email it to yourself or buy it or anything. And so then Space Mountain, they like flash at you, and
then they don't even show it to you.
We don't know where that went. But it was really fun. I really liked it, and it also made me realize, like, especially because Big Thunder was closed, we hadn't really ridden any roller coasters, so we like.
Yeah, exactly.
I still think it was extra fast, but it was like definitely the fastest thing we'd
Once
been on.
we got to like
all
the first
day.
drop as it went through, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I haven't been on one of these in a second.
Yeah. And like those corners were so fast, and I also felt like, and I always feel like this in Space Mountain. I always feel like you were going to the tracks and the walls are like really close, and it definitely felt like that. I've got hair like flying in my face. So yeah, that was really fun. That was a good ride to end on. That was our last ride, right?
Yeah, that was last ride.
Yeah.
Then it was
hit up a couple shops.
Yeah, hit shops in Tomorrowland looking for some stuff. Hit most of the shops in the Bazaar land.
Yeah.
I mean, World Bazaar.
Yeah. So merchandise, just really quick, just a little overview for like comparison.
Yeah.
Not very much apparel.
Yeah.
Like hardly any apparel. And
well, I mean, yeah, lots of wearable things, but no apparel.
Right. Hats. So we had heard, or at least I had heard that like Tokyo's got all the hats, like all the hats, all the ears, really cool stuff. They do. Yeah, I mean, I would say like ears, like the headband ears. It's not. I'm not like super impressed.
Okay. So I don't know so much about how much they have as in how many people are wearing them.
Oh, right. That's a different story. Yeah. Everyone's wearing them.
Yeah.
But they also have other kinds of head accessories. They have like these like headband thingies, and then they've got like these full-on hats that look like characters that look like they're just like eating your head. They have like yes, it looks like they're eating your head. And then they have like headbands that have like the Mickey hands or like Donald's feet sticking out the top of them. Like there's definitely a variety of options that you don't see at other parks, which is kind of fun to see. But yeah, everyone's wearing them, except us. We're not. Yeah.
We're not.
No, we're not. And then merchandise-wise, the food situation. It's like tons of snacks, like tons of packaged cookies and
tins of stuff and
all kinds. Like not all sweet either.
Gummy
There's
stuff
some savory stuff too. So there's like whole stores that are like mostly food products. But we haven't really bought any of that. So there's a couple things I got my eye on, but really it was like so crowded in the stores at the end of the day, and it was just a madhouse. Like
things were like disappearing off the shelves. Like I haven't seen this in another park, but like the inventory was like getting sparse.
Yeah, like, and I don't want to make it sound like we don't know what crowds are like.
No,
like, we've been in crowded.
Yeah.
I've been in Disney on holidays. Like I
I've
know
done,
what
like,
a crowd
Rockefeller
is.
Square.
Yeah,
at
like
Christmas.
I know what a crowd is.
Yeah.
I know what a crowd in a Disney store looks like.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like stuff's just disappearing.
I picked up. I was like looking at a pillow to buy because I wanted that Pooh pillow, that soft Pooh pillow, but they didn't have any there. There were Chip and Dale pillows, and there were 4 of them, and I picked one up and I'm holding it, and like while I'm asking Katrina like, do I want this one instead of Pooh? 2 of the other ones, these 2 little girls just come up and pick them up and they go away.
Yeah.
Like, and that was because those were like the last 4 pillows on the shelf.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's hard to shop at the end of the day because you don't even know if you're seeing all the things that are there, but you don't really want to shop earlier in the day because you don't want to carry stuff or find a locker.
I mean, earlier in the day, like when we said we were like running into the park to like get to like our first attractions, we cut through stores and we're dodging people because there are already people, like lines of people with merchandise.
Yeah, like not people like us cutting through the store. Like no one else was cutting through the store. That was just us. Yeah. Everyone else was actively shopping. Like the minute the park opened,
run into the park and grab something off the shelves and jump in line to pay for it.
So Jared's theory is they were buying matching ears.
Because that's...
Oh man, like, this video is so long, but we have to talk about this.
Exactly, we're going on 2 hours.
I'm so sorry. Hi Mom. If anything's gonna stand out at this park, it is the matching outfit situation. Outfits. It is to another level. Now, if you've been to the US parks, you know that people will make shirts, like it's not uncommon. You've got like bachelorette parties and like family reunions and like everyone makes these really cool, cute shirts to wear.
It's like a Mickey and the family name or something on it.
That's not what we're talking about at all here. At all.
No.
It is, there's none of that. It is like so many groups of people.
It's like, here's a group of 4 people wearing the same outfit. And it's not even necessarily a Disney outfit.
No, but they might have Disney accessories.
Yeah.
But it is like, we all have the same floral skirt and sweater and jacket.
Yeah.
And now we're all wearing matching ears and we're all carrying the same Duffy.
Yeah.
Like, but it's and I know it seems like we're overreacting, but it's the level. There's just so many people that are doing this.
By the end of the day, I was really kind of like freaking out about it. I'm like, look at Katrina had like really pointed out earlier and like,
yeah, I have a photo when we were up by the castle watching the parade. The space right in front of the castle is kind of this little plaza area, and obviously you're in front of the castle, so it's people are taking all these pictures. And I took just like a wide shot of the plaza, and you can just see it's like there's a group of 5 people all in the same black and white striped sweater, and there's like 2 people wearing the same like pink sweaters with a skirt. A lot of sweaters here. A lot of sweater action.
Lots of layers of sweaters.
So many layers. And then
what am I wearing? Put on a sweater.
There's a group of people in matching yellow sweaters. There's a group of people like red. There was a pretty big group of like red sweaters, and it's just. And again, like these aren't necessarily Disney outfits or Disney bounding in any way, but it's like we have the same flowy overalls. Yeah. And we're gonna wear them with our matching like suit jackets. Yeah. And
so like jeans and jean jackets.
Yeah.
With I forget what shirt they were wearing, but yeah. Like,
a lot of couples wearing matching outfits, like, and some were coordinated. Like, we actually did see that one couple that was like a Disney bounding Minnie and Mickey. Super cute. Amazing. But then it was like, no, here's a couple and they're roughly wearing the same jeans and then like identical tops.
Same mom jeans and like sort of like.
They were kind of like oversized boyfriend jeans because they were like rolled at the bottom. Okay. Anyway, really to a level I've never witnessed before. It was very impressive. Yeah. And
like the commitment, like part of the day we realized like, what are we doing?
We're all
our
wrong.
Outfits.
All
this
wrong.
is what we wore.
No, I mean, how does anyone know we're there together?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty obvious. But yeah,
we give cast members speaking Japanese blank looks and not blank looks. We just smile.
Yeah, no, we know what's going on.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah, that's all you got to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you run somebody over, sumimasen.
Sumimasen. Yeah. That's the takeaway observation for the day, I think. Yeah. The matching outfits. Yeah. I just wasn't prepared. Wasn't prepared for what I was gonna see.
No.
No, I mean it's very impressive.
Yeah. The commitment and so many people.
Okay.
So many people doing it.
Then we came home.
We did.
To our cruise ship.
I
I really love the questions, like, at the beginning when people are like, are you in Japan? Yes, we're in Japan. And then,
I see pictures of the room.
yeah.
Are you on a cruise?
No, we're not on a cruise. We're just in a hotel that looks like it. So yeah. So thanks for watching.
Thanks,
Mom.
Mom.
Thank you so much. If you actually did watch this far, if you have any questions, because obviously there's something we didn't say about Tokyo Disney, let us know and we'll address it. Or I guess anything else. I don't know, maybe you're really curious about that flight. Maybe you want to know what movies we watched.
It's true.
I don't know.
It's true.
Maybe you want to know if we've spoken
I
any
watched
Japanese.
one that like wrecked me.
I must have been asleep when that happened.
It was so sad. Well, there was the man sleeping between us.
It's true. It's true. There's a picture I posted. I'm trying to post pictures of my Instagram stories. Seattle Cat. If you are not following me on Instagram, I posted a picture of the two of us on the plane, and it's like me and then the guy between us, and then like a sliver of Jared's shoulder, and I'm like, "There's Jared. We're on the plane."
I've started posting like Insta story videos.
Yeah.
On my Instagram account.
That's
Jared
too hard
Jones,
for me.
JONZ. So you can look there for some little video snippets.
It requires like making the decision in the moment of what you're going to post. That's too difficult for me.
I just start the video, say whatever happens, and then let that be it.
Okay, I think that's a wrap.
All right. The beginning of this video started out with us being confused whether we were actually
that's
recording
fun.
or not.
Now we know how to tell.
It's true, yeah. Next time we'll actually know when we start this.
Yeah, and maybe it'll just be like so much quicker.
So thank you for those of you who just jumped on.
I can't tell.
Hi, Melissa.
Oh yeah. Hey, Melissa.
And then now.
I guess we go. Tomorrow we're going to Tokyo Disney Sea, which is super exciting because it's the only Disney Sea park in the world. So that should be really cool. And we'll report back. We'll try to do these. We'll see what happens. So, bye. Have a great day because it's so early for all. We're gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
Because it's real late.
It's after midnight now.
Okay. Bye.